everyone, and welcome to the Carl A. Field Center for Equality and Cultural Understanding. My name is Tennille Haynes, and I'm the director here of the center. And I want to welcome you to the space and give you a tour of our space and what we have to offer here. The Carl A. Field Center began in 2009 with the name change to Carl A. Field Center. Dr. Fields was the first African-American dean in the Ivy League. And the center was named after him in 2009 as a dedication to his service and effort to university. Prior to it being the Carl A. Field Center, it was the Third World Center, which was started in 1971 by students who wanted a space for underserved students and students of color on campus. So as a result of that, we still keep that same tradition of honoring students of color, welcoming underserved students as well, and making sure that they are first and foremost in our minds and have support and resources on campus. So right here, this is a We've Been Here space. You can see all the photos on the wall are dedicated to a lot of the firsts that happened on campus, including students of color who first came. One of those is Tanya Gilbert, class of '73, who was one of the first African-American women to be matriculated here at Princeton as well. You can also see there are photos from various student groups that were given to us by alumni from their time here at Princeton, which they saved and graciously gave to us as well too. We also have here, which is James Everett Ward, class of '47, and author Jewel Wilson, class of '47 as well. And they were two of the first 4 African-American graduate students who entered to the university. And they came in through the United States Navy V-12 program that was established in 1946. We also have the Department of African American Studies, which was then a program that began in 1969. Moving forward along, you will also see one of our most famous alumni, which is First Lady Michelle Obama, who was class of '85. Michelle Obama, then Michelle Robinson, was very active in the Third World Center and also an active student leader and participant for racial equality on campus. And if you also read her book, Becoming, she does mention the Third World Center and the Carl Field Center, which is really exciting for us. And welcome to the We Are Love Room. This is one of my favorite spaces in the center, and although there are a lot of other cool spaces which you will soon see, I think this one is really cool because there's a lot of inspiration in this space. There is a lot of movable furniture so that you can have various programs and events, dinners, lunches, meetings as well. And then on the walls, you will see a lot of different inspirational quotes that we have here. We have some from the Dalai Lama, you have some from Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And then we also are building our library so that students can have access to different books that we feel are part of our mission and vision of the center. And a lot of different colors are bright and uplifting as well. Because we talk about a lot of serious things in this space as well too, but we want to constantly make sure that everybody feels uplifted and they feel supported and have the resources that they need in order to thrive here at Princeton. One of our main focuses and goals here at the Carl A. Field Center is diversity and inclusion. And we want to make sure that every student, no matter who you are, no matter how you identify, feels welcome and supported here at Princeton. And a part of that is what we do is focus and acknowledge on and question race, class, privilege, and culture at Princeton and beyond. And through that way, we're able to do that and support a lot of student initiatives and programs here on campus. And one of those is including is student activity and support. So what you will see here is the hair campaign that was done during Latinx Heritage Month by one of the student groups, Princeton Latinos y Amigos. And this is a really cool initiative that this was done by students for students. And what they did was just support the beauty and identity of what it means to be a woman of color, right? And how we think about hair, how we think about the whole body and the initiative, and what does that look like through photos? What does that look like through how different hair textures and types? Moving along here, we also have our Brave Voices campaign, in which we interview alumni of color from the 1990s and 2000s to talk about what does it mean to be a student of color at that time as an undergraduate and graduate student here on campus. So we did a photo campaign where we interviewed the alumni, and we also have a video of that, which you can see through our website. We also get a lot of questions about who is Dr. Carl Fields. We have him on huge display here. Any questions you had, and you know exactly what he looked like and what his contribution was to Princeton and to the Carl Field Center. In 2012, there was a lot of student activism and protests around Black Lives Matter. In particular, students advocated for affinity spaces within the Carter Field Center that they can call their own and have a central space for them to gather, for them to meet as well. Each student group was able to decorate their own spaces, design your own spaces with the furniture, paint colors. And the first one that we have here is the Asian American Affinity Space. All of the affinity spaces can only be reserved by students, for students as well, and are now open to other folks as well to be able to use. Outside of the affinity spaces, we worked with artist Will Casso out of Trenton, New Jersey, who came in and designed, really hand painted all of the space on the second floor. And it was really important because we wanted to highlight just different diverse leaders who dedicated their lives and around activism, around social justice and diversity and inclusion as well too. So we have Angela Davis, Sylvia Rivera, Grace Boggs, and James Baldwin. Moving along, all of the art on the second floor is connected to all of the other affinity spaces, including the Latinx affinity space as well too, which you can see that the students took a really active engagement in making it their own space and decorating however they wanted to do that. Next up, we have the Black affinity space as well, here for students to be able to engage in and have space for themselves to be able to do whatever they want to do. And we do have a lot of students who just hang out here, who study and congregate. Next up, we have the Arab and Middle Eastern affinity space here. This space can also be used as a prayer space for Muslim students across campus when they're here. So we do have prayer rugs available for students to be able to use, and also a Quran as well. So a part of our space, when we were redesigning the center, we really wanted to make sure that students were part of the initiative, that they were part of the design. And one of the cool things that we came up with was chalkboard paint. So students can be able to leave messages of support or write their names or whatever, draw.